Guys, listen. If you are doing anything right now, pause and watch this video. These are facts. These are methods that have been tried, tested, and approved. Okay, so if you are looking for a host in USA, I got you. Watch this video. Hey lovelies, welcome back to the channel. I am Beautiful Chaos for those who don't know me. Now in today's video we are going to discuss about how to find a host. Now we all know, or we have had, probably that's the right thing to say, we have had that once you are selected to be a DV winner, you are required to have a host. Now my lovelies, I know in my previous video I promised that I was going to do a video almost every day to help check up on everybody, as well as to just update with the last few of the information that we actually require in this whole DV lottery process. But I am so sorry, yesterday I didn't manage to do a video. The reason being, yesterday I took time off and do a few interviews with some of the DV lottery winners who are already in United States of America. Now you know what that means. Your girl right here has got the information. Let me get my book. We actually go into the depth of this whole video, which is to talk about how to get your host. We are just gonna have a rundown of what exactly is a host and what is the importance of a host and why you need to have a host, and if it's a must for you to have a host in this whole journey. A host is somebody or a family that will take care of you or give you shelter the first days you arrive in United States of America. Remember, you are relocating to another country. It's not in the same like region as you or anything. You would need somebody who is going to show you around how things work. It's sort of like helping you bridge from your country and United States of America. That is sort of like help you with your transition. So that's gonna be basically what a host will do for you. Some hosts actually go as far as helping you get your own job. That's like secure your own job. They will help you, like, this is how we do interviews here, this is where we get jobs and the likes, depending on your host and how good they are. So this is quite the importance of a host. Now the reason why we are even talking about this host issue is because when your DS-260 form come, you are required to put the address of your host. So definitely, my people, you actually now come to realize that the host is quite an important figure in this whole DV lottery. Now a disclaimer, in this video I am just going to talk about what has worked for the DV lottery winners that I got a chance to interview. That was an amazing experience, guys, and I'm really grateful for all of them. If they're gonna watch this video, thank you so much for taking your time to talk to me. I know some of them, they don't want to be known to the public like that, so I want to take this time to say thank you so much for opening up, and thank you so much for helping me so that I can be able to help others. I really do appreciate you taking time off your busy schedules and just coming to give us information. Thank you so much. The hostess address is most probably the address that you're going to receive your social security card as well as your green card. Okay, so now that we know the importance of a host, now that we know we know what a host does, I am sure by now you can all determine if a host is really important in your American dream journey or it's just another thing. Now let's get to the part that all of us have been waiting for, which is to how to actually get a host. Before I get into this, guys, this is a disclaimer. These are methods that have worked for some people, and this does not necessarily mean that it's going to work for you. And I am not affiliated to any organizations or whatever. I am just sharing the information that I basically got from other DV lottery winners. If it works for you, voila, congratulations. If it doesn't work for you, try other means, because from what I have said earlier in this video, you have actually realized the importance of having a host, and having a host in time, because as soon as you are selected, you are required to fill in the DS-260 form. Once you are required to do that, a host is already required. So this is like quite a quick process. So this is something you want to know ahead of time. Let's give each other a heads up, which is exactly why we are in this video. Number one. Well, probably this would sound like a cliche, but I am here to tell you that the first person you would want to consult is your family. Do you have family? Do you have relatives that are in the United States of America? Now, if you do have these relatives, that's the first thing. Consider asking them to be your host. If you do not have relatives, probably you have friends. If you do have friends, they would be your second option, because like they are your first family. That's how I would categorize it. You would like to consider them and ask them to be your host, which is quite easy. Guys, please be friendly. It's not easy to accommodate somebody, whether you're family, whether you're friends. So try to make the going easy for them too, because it won't be easy, you know, like keeping you under their shelter for some time until you are fully functional on your own feet. So try to be nice when you're asking somebody to be your host. It's not that they are obliged to do it since they are family or since they are friends. We don't want to seem entitled, because at this moment you are not entitled to anything, whether the person is your family or your friend. It's just out of generosity that they are going to help you. So try to be as nice as you can. Number two, guys, if you do not have a family, or you say I don't have friends who are in the United States, then this is the part where you come in. If you don't have a family, that's fine. If you don't have a friend who is in the United States, that's fine. But what I want to tell you is that chances are above 50% that your friend has a friend who is currently in the United States, or your friend has a relative who is currently in the United States. Now, I know this is quite a long chain. A friend of a friend, a relative of a friend, or a friend of a friend of a friend. This is quite complicated, and it may seem like, but I promise you, these are certain methods that some people have actually used and they have worked for them. So you would want to go for your friends, your friends, that's like you have a mutual connection. So you would want to go for those people and ask them to help you to be their host. Like I said, the whole issue about somebody being your host will also depend on you as an individual. You need to be able to, say out how you want things to be nicely. You need to be able to ask nicely. This is where we say the art of communication matters, because somebody might ask them to become their host and they will agree, but when you do it, they will disagree, simply because your way of communication is a little bit improper. Because when it comes to actually taking care of somebody under your shelter, that entails a lot of things, versus still the person is not even affiliated to you, like by blood or anything. It's just a mutual connection or however. So we want to try to be as nice as we can. Guys, this works. Okay, now I know you're probably thinking that, girl, that's too much. There is nothing at this point that is too much. You have already done the too much. Okay, so just do it. Some have done it and it has worked, so just do it. You don't have to think like a long day to actually think if this is proper or not. We don't have time for that. Okay, if you have an opportunity whereby a friend has a friend, or a friend has a relative, or a friend has a friend who has a friend, then dive into it. Okay, just try to be nice. People out there know this whole thing. You are probably even stressing yourself. They already understand everything. Just go ahead and ask them nicely for them to be your host. And when you go there, be at your best behavior. Like I said, it's not an easy task to host somebody. The third one and the last one, I would say, is for those people who say, I don't have a friend of a friend who has a friend, or I don't have a friend who has a relative, or I don't have a friend who has a friend who has a friend. Now, I know there are people who are always gonna say, I don't have these people. They wanna avoid all this situation, but at the end of the day, sometimes really these people do not have like friends of friends, and you know, that kind of thing. They are just not there. But that's okay, because we have the last one for you. Now, before I say the last one, I would like to say disclaimer in bold letters. This method has worked for some people. It will not necessarily work for you. That means I would want you to tread with caution when it comes to this method. Please tread with caution. Now remember, I am not an immigration officer, neither am I affiliated to any travel organization. I am simply giving out information from the people that I have interviewed, who are DV lottery winners, who are already in the United States of America. So let's get right into it. Now, the method, guys, you would want to go to Facebook. Okay, pause. I know this sounds a little bit weird to you. Like, at the end of the day, we are going back to these social media platforms. I know, right? That's weird, but okay. You would want to go to social media. On Facebook, you can go and type like, let's say for example, you are from Uganda, okay? So you would want to go and type Ugandans in United States of America. There are groups that gonna appear there. Or what I think is best at this moment is that if you have already decided on a state that you want to move to, it's even a little bit better for you to get a host who is already in that state, because when you're looking to get standing on your own feet when you arrive, you are knowing the place that you are. They will help you know the place that you are gonna start in with, rather than maybe you get some like a host from another state, then later on you decide to move to another state, which means still you would still have to learn about that state again. So if you already decided on the state that you are going, which is what I presume everybody has already done, if you haven't done, please let me know in the comment section if you need a video on helping you to find the best state for you, the things to consider and everything else. But for now, I would assume that everybody has a state. So you go and search, like for example, you want to be living in Ohio, you just go and type Ugandans in Ohio, Ugandans in this state, Ugandans in this Texas, Ugandans in whatever, what have you. You will find groups there. When you see the groups, you join them, interact with the people on a daily basis, you know, exchange greetings. When they talk, you comment and what have you. It will be in preparation of the time that the DV lottery results will be out. Once the DV lottery results are out and you are notified that you are a winner, you simply go to that group and you notify everybody that I am a DV lottery winner and I am currently looking for a host. Now you will get people who will say, okay, fine, I can help you and do this and do this. Now, I already put a disclaimer on this. It's something that has worked for some people, and somebody will come to me and try to ask me which exactly groups. Guys, I don't know. Please do not come and ask me like which exactly groups are we talking about here, the names of the groups and stuff. Like I said, I only managed to interview people, and they won't exactly tell you I got it from this group and stuff. They just tell you the process, okay? And also, when I give you information, please do go an extra mile and try and help yourself as well. Do not just, be wanting me to feed you with everything, because at the end of the day, it's you who is going to live in that state, not me. So it's you who wants to do your own research. Everything, I always point out that it is quite important for you to do everything on your own, because when you're going abroad, it's you who's going to live in that place, nobody else. So you would rather want to have like information ahead of time and be knowing if you want to things about that place. So you search for those groups, and you once you're done, you ask for somebody else to be your host. You will definitely find people. And the overall impression about this whole thing is that it's social media. It's not always as clear as it sounds when I am telling you. You want to be careful when you are trading on this course. It has worked for some people quite well and stuff, and they're already living in United States. They are really good and nice people out there in the world. So yeah, this is like something else that you would want to consider. And before I forget, remember those friends of friends. Remember those friends of friends we talked about. You can also ask your friends to ask their friends if they know of any other people who are comfortable in taking you as a host and what have you. So that's an option if you have like a friend of a friend, but they tell you that their friend is not comfortable. You can just ask them to help you or link you up with somebody else who is comfortable. But if you don't have any of the other things, you can just resort to these Facebooks and try to be nice always. You need to definitely establish a relationship with your host and make your host know that you really appreciate everything they are doing for you, because like I said, it's not mandatory that they do it for you. They can decide not to do it for you, but we need them on our side because it's you who is like needing help. So try to be nice, try to communicate effectively, because it's never easy to house somebody under your own roof, especially for those who are gonna migrate with families. It's not easy. So every way of the time, please be nice to them and show them that you appreciate. The nicer you are, the better for you, because they will show you the other world very quickly and open-mindedly. Now my lovelies, this is from me to you. Until next time, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and share to your friends. I am Beautiful Chaos. I am out.